Hello, everyone. It is Reverend Dr. Katie. I'm really happy to be here with you. It has been an incredibly busy 2 weeks for me. Beautiful 2 weeks, doing exactly what I am called to do here on this planet. I love every minute of it, but as a result, I just have not been quite as doing live stuff with you guys as I normally like to. So I'm happy to be here with you tonight. Those of you who are in a Bible study, that is really, really fun. It's been great. So if you're not in there this time, just stay tuned for the next time around. We'll be sure to get you in there. Lots of good conversation, lots of insights happening. And yeah, so I think that's all for announcements. We'll see a few others. We have a new group admin. Thank you, new admin. So you'll see her popping around the Facebook group as well. And yeah, I think that's it for announcements. So let's go ahead and get started and kind of get to the content of what we're really here to talk about today. And that is frustration. So everyone gets frustrated at some point in time, right? You might get frustrated in long grocery lines. You might get frustrated in traffic. You might get frustrated when someone writes a check instead of pulling out a credit card or cash, right? And then they like do all the little recording in the checkbook for the people that still do that. You might get frustrated and irritated at people in your house for their habits or for anything annoying that they're doing or for breathing too loud in your presence. Everyone gets frustrated at some point in time, right? So that's not the kind of frustrated that we're talking about. That's usually when we're tired or overbooked or whatever it is. But what I really want to talk about is that feeling of frustration that you have, but you don't know why you have it. And that's what we're really here to talk about today. And so I remember sitting in church long before I became a minister. And even when I loved the community and loved the people, I remember sitting there and like being frustrated with worship. And this was really, really true when I was asking what I think were probably pretty good questions that would get very surface answers or very pat answers. It was really, really true that I would get frustrated when I knew that I had questions that I didn't know how to ask, but there was no one who could help me formulate the questions, much less find the kind of answers that I was seeking. So if that has ever been you, you know exactly that feeling that I'm talking about of when you feel really, really frustrated in that capacity. I think on the flip side, there might be some of you who like stopped going to church altogether because there was no one there who could help you ask a great question about some of your spiritual experiences, or the answers they gave you didn't fit the kind of the theology that you were developing or the God that you knew or the Jesus that you knew. That's really frustrating as well, right? When people want to fit you into a little box that your spirit is way too big to fit in. So let me just describe how this felt to me when I knew, I don't even know if I knew in my head, but there was something happening at a deep, deep spiritual level. But no one's asking the right questions. Everyone's asking the wrong questions, and they don't know how to help you articulate what in the world is happening to you. So some examples for you may be, how did I know that before it happened? How did I know the song that was going to play on the radio, especially if it's not a top 40 song, before it played? What does it mean when I have these angel bumps on my skin all the time and something seems to be significant, but I don't know what the significant thing is or what I should be remembering about this? Or when you feel deep, deep, deep down inside that there's something important waiting to be born in your spiritual life, but you don't know what it is or how to develop it. And if you belong or belonged to a church community that didn't really specialize in that kind of faith spiritual formation, you probably felt really lost and really, really frustrated and kind of that feeling of absence. And even if you have been, or even if you are in a community that does do that kind of faith formation for adults very well, they still may not have the answers that you're looking for. If you've been there long enough, you know if they do or they don't, right? They have the answers, then you found them, and that's great. If they don't have the answers, then you probably still have that feeling of frustration. And the only way I know how to describe it is that there's like something more. You know there's something more, and you want to know what it is. So when this happens over and over, week after week, maybe even year after year, this frustration will build. Now, the consequences of this frustration are you might start to get really irritated at people and their habits, and your frustration and irritability might way outweigh whatever it is that they're doing that's making you feel irritable. So this is more than like you're tired and everything seems like a bigger deal than it is, or like that feeling when you're jet lagged. This is like you're just frustrated that they're around because you're frustrated and they're the people that receive the brunt of your frustration. And this is especially true when you sense that something's happening at a deep, deep level, and then you dare to mention it, and then you get dismissed. Then your irritability probably shoots through the roof, and you're probably snapping at the people that you love most in the world. Okay, I see some affirmation, so I know I'm not alone in this, right? So this happens to a lot of us who are pretty sensitive. So for me, a huge solution to this was finding a way to find out what the something mores were. This, for me, happened over a long, long period of time, and it was, I ran to that person, I ran to that person, I took this class, I took that class, read this book, read that book, and met amazing people along the way, had amazing things happen to me. And finding all of those things out have helped me dig through the blocks that I was having, and now I have this tool set so I can dig through them at a deeper level and do that really quickly. So I don't have to wait decades now in order to have that feeling of frustration go away. And of course, you all know I love helping you figure out what your tool set is and how that can transform your life really, really quickly too. For those of you who are at the beginning stages of kind of the metaphysical world and figuring out what is your place in there, what is the place of your gifts, and figuring out what they are with your Christian journey, wow, that's an amazing place to be, right? Because like the world is your oyster, and you have all these amazing things in front of you that you can figure out. And then those of you who have been in the metaphysical world for a long time but gotten really, really frustrated with the Christian community, there's something else out there for you, and there are people who know how to integrate your metaphysical journey with your Christian life. And I think one thing I hear over and over again is that like there's no community where I'll fit in. But that's a self-limiting belief that we need to work through, right? Or you think, oh, the Bible, there's no place for me in the biblical story either. Again, that's a self-limiting belief that you've been taught falsely. Or sometimes if I don't believe X, Y, or Z, your self-limiting belief that, again, you've been taught, that's been socialized into you, is that that's the only small box of Christianity. And what I'm here to help you do is figure out that there's more to the story. And I want to help you see yourself in the story. So no matter where you are on that metaphysical path, that feeling of frustration that there's kind of no tribe out there that will get you, is what we're here to speak against, right? So we're here to speak for the tribe who is here and does understand that. So if you do feel the little antenna prickling up, let me know. I would love for you to reach out to me so I can help you figure out what your gifts are, help you figure out how your gifts fit into the Christian story, because you're not meant to do it alone. None of us are. We are all meant to be part of a group, of a tribe, of a church, whatever that is for you, that does this together, right? The early church did this together. We continue to do this together today, but I know how frustrating it is to feel like you don't have anyone you can turn to. So that's what we're here for. I would love to talk to you more. And I'll be telling you a little bit more about my journey and how I discovered some of these gifts and what some of my gifts are too over the next few weeks. So just stay tuned for that. And we'll continue to talk about this. You can private message me at any time. And you can also email. My email is Katie, Katy, at katievalentine.com. So it's really, really easy. So it's been great to talk to all of you. Let me make sure there's no more comments. I think we're good. I appreciate everyone who chimed in. Thank you very much. You can always write comments underneath this, ask questions. Be sure to tag me. You can also tag our new admin, Denise, too, if you need someone's attention very quickly. And we will just talk to you soon. Bye-bye.